Dinobots, meet Dinobots.
Look at the size of those things.
Dinobots, transform!
Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the Studio Series, Hasbro Studio Series versus the Gigapower, and a lot of people believe Gigapower is the best set of Dinobots to this date. So far, I would agree that they're great. The fans toys, I don't have the fans toys, I won't be able to compare those. It's going to be a real quick video comparing these, and a lot of people will also believe that I'm bashing on Hasbro here, but I really want to sing them praises for what they've done for a $50 price point versus an on average $200 price point is actually pretty good. I was kind of surprised when I put them side by side how much bigger Gigapower is, but Gigapower is also bigger than Fans Toys, and I won't be comparing Fans Toys to this, but I will be comparing them to Magic Square, potentially making a masterpiece collection of Dinobots coming up. So first off, we want to take a look at Grimlock, and we're going to see this across all of them, but you've got vac metalized chrome on the gold, what looks to be vac metal on the red, vac metal here, some gold accents to it, and then you have some transparent parts down below. So it is definitely more premium, light up accessories, because I don't have batteries in them, so I can't get them lit up. And with that, yeah, it's definitely a premium look to these guys, and looks good. Now over here, we don't have vac metal, but it is kind of a nice gold color to it. And as you see when we get into comparing it to Magic Square is kind of yellow because that's more close to the show. And I kind of hope Magic Square, well, I would hope they'd vac metal, but I know they won't, but goes a little bit closer to this instead of just super bright yellow. But when they do their masterpiece stuff. Here they are from behind, and they both clean up almost exactly the same. So really not much difference from behind on these guys. Here they are next to Reximus Prime, which is just a KO oversize of what Takara / Hasbro did. And looking at this, very similar in stylization. So almost all of these Grimlocks look very, very similar. I mean, even what Fans Toys did is very similar stylized-wise, because at the end of the day, they look almost like the G1 toy. G1 toy got it pretty close, pretty accurate, and even the Masterpiece follows it very closely. But looking at this, still I like the Gigapower more. This is still a great option if you're looking for a budget option that's Masterpiece scale, same size as Gigapower for the most part. The Reximus Prime's like 100, this guy's like 200, so half the price. And these goofy figures that they include, they are squatty looking. They kind of suck with the Studio Series, but at least they threw some cheap stuff in. I don't know how we ended up with two versions of this guy. I don't know. One's got to be from a different set or something. I have no idea. But getting into now the Magic Square, and Magic Square is going to be kind of yellowy and less vac metal-y, probably more cartoony. But looking at it, I do know that one of the things that with the Bruticus they did look a little bit more premium. The paint looked a little more premium. There's like a clear coat on it or something. They've done something to give it a shine, a sheen to it, and not just look like chalky plastic like their Legends one. So that would probably look a little bit better. But at the same time, the Studio Series does look pretty good. And actually, like, I'm surprised, and before we go any further, I'm surprised nobody has KO oversized the Studio Series into Masterpiece yet. And if they did, how did I miss that? Next up, we have Swoop, and I think the Gigapower one's called Godinter. I don't know all their names or remember them all. I will say my batteries are weak, but it is lit up on the swords, so it's not really showing up on the camera. But you can see all the nice glistening vac metal, which is what I love about this. That beautiful vac metal that it's got going on with the blue, the wings vac metal. This is my favorite. Swoop's my favorite Dinobot. This is my favorite version of, well, pretty much every Swoop that's out there. But, yeah, these guys look good. Now, I will say this, though. No vac metal, but it does look a lot more like the cartoon, a lot more G1, and I really like what Hasbro did with their Swoop. And, yeah, it looks pretty good overall. So I'm A-okay with all of that. And you've got the same missile launcher guns, like classic. The missile launchers can turn into guns on that one too. Not sure why they went overboard and gave, save that little bit of juice I got. I'm not sure why they went overboard and gave 2 swords. So now I wish I had 2 swords with this. It's kind of funny. You can get, I think somebody 3D prints swords, so you could get the second sword if you wanted to, but I doubt people are really worried about that. Anyhow, yeah, very, very much more G1-esque look to it. Now, Magic Square, if Magic Square made theirs, I mean, it would look even more G1 than what Studio Series gave us, and a big departure from what Gigapowers do. Now, Gigapower is stylized, and you see it more when you compare it to, say, Magic Square, even more than when you compare it to the Studio Series, which still has a lot more line work than what you're going to get with a very smooth G1 targeted Magic Square one. So I do want to see this Magic Square set come to life, but as it stands, it's still kind of rumor territory. Anyway, there's Swoop. All right, now getting into comparing these guys, we don't have to touch on all the same points. Obviously, we have a lot more vac metal. It's a little bit stylized. I don't think it's too stylized, actually. This one looks a lot like the G1. And this one over here is more like the cartoon, a little bit more like the cartoon, and a bit on the flat side of things, but still a pretty good looking figure overall. I understand this is the one that people are more after now, which is so funny because there was like a Walmart that sold them for 25 bucks on clearance, in cap with like 25 of them. And I was like, man, that's nobody wants these Dinobots after Grimlock. And then now I think Grimlock's the least sought after because he's at retail right now. So that's just how the game's played with Hasbro. And that's pretty much how the game's played with third party. When third party does a reissue, sometimes they're kind of not that sought after for some reason. I will say I'm not a huge fan of how they handled the tail on either one of these. They handled them differently. Maybe I've got this wrong, but in all the pictures I see, maybe there's a way you're supposed to tuck this up underneath here or something better. I don't know, but both the ways they handle the tail is not that great, but at the same time, it is what it is. Now, one thing, my son does tell me that this doesn't come with a sword, and so they decided to just leave the sword out for some reason, out of the blue. Anyway, Magic Square would probably come with the sword and everything that you need, not just one little gun, and it is what it is. So, the Magic Square one, what will it do to improve? I do kind of like the aesthetic of the Magic Square one a lot, but still, the Gigapower, I'm fine with it. It's not a big deal, but I think they handle the tail better. Again, I haven't seen mine in bot mode in so long, I'm just trusting the picture here. But yeah, overall, I do think that this would be one that people would really like. And I'm offended by Hasbro naming it Slug, not Slag. Do you not care about my feelings? Do you not care about my childhood? Do you want to erase my entire childhood? Do you want to ruin it by renaming? I actually don't really care, but I like joking about all of that. But some people might get offended by Slag, but some people, Transformers collectors, are offended by the name Slug. Just saying. All right, next up we got Sludge, and another one that, like, everything's still the same. We've got the vac metal. One thing I haven't touched on yet is the weight. This thing feels 5 times heavier. I should have brought a scale, but I don't have even that much time to go grab the scale and get on this. I got to move through this if I'm going to edit it properly. But they did stuff different. Like, there's a tail on the outside over here instead of the legs on the outside, and really aesthetically different. The fact I like vac metal, I like the transparent plastic, but for 50 bucks, and at the time, I think I even got this one for my son for 40. I think we were on vacation to Florida, and they had it on clearance for 40 at a place at the time. So that's versus 200. So pretty good deal on it. Again, no sword he said it didn't come with a sword, and so I believe him, I trust him on that one, but aesthetically wise, they both look good. And then I do feel this is more cartoon. I really do feel stylized cartoon. Getting over to here, we have the Magic Square version. Looks pretty clean too. So pretty clean overall. And yeah, maybe even more tuned if it looks that way. But I mean, price point. So what do I think that the Magic Square ones will cost? I have no idea. I'm thinking like 130, because that's where they've been. But these are going to be bigger, so I don't know. They are pretty complex too for Legends. Upscaling them, maybe 140. I would love it if they could bring them in for like 115, but I gotta live in reality. All right, so we are going to do the Studio Series and the Magic Square comparison at the exact same time for my own personal reasons. I have to do that. Yeah, my son doesn't have one of these yet, but he probably will eventually. This carries everything forward, but it's more in your face with all that back metal. Just gleaming all over it. The back metal is even more in your face. The translucent parts. I mean, beautiful figure, even though it's slightly stylized, but like, I don't really notice the stylization so much from it, but then you get into the Studio Series, which is a lot cleaner, flatter, and all of that. But then again, that is more like what the cartoon looked like. And then we get into the Magic Square, which is going to be even to another level degree, cleaner, smoother, flatter, and hopefully they do have some sheen to them, like we've seen in the past. But that's a good comparison between all of them. Which one would you prefer? And yeah, I mean, preferences change a lot of things. Oh, I like Gigapower, looks great. Fans Toys looks the best. I mean, some people will say that, but then again, you got to factor in the price point. You know, 200 Magic Square's price point, probably down there in the like 130 range, in all reality, and hopefully even cheaper than that. But if they make them, again, it's a big if. I do hope you enjoy this look at Magic Square versus Gigapower and compare, contrast. And if you do have the Studio Series set, I think that you are pretty happy with them and what Hasbro's accomplished with those. And then if you have the Gigapowers, then you're probably like me. You think they're better than the Fans Toys. That's just what I'm saying. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this fun, quick video comparison. Come have your hanger out.
Each one's friends.
Ones with face like this.
But as for the Dinobots, they have proven their value. The Dinobots shall remain among us.